Today on Louisiana Outdoor Adventures TV, it's day 2 of our trip to the Chandeleur Islands and the Chandeleur Islander with Marshman Todd Masson and Captain Justin Bowles. Day 1 was a lot of fun. Today is going to be incredible. Top water speckled trout action from start to finish, and that's all coming up right here, right now on Louisiana Outdoor Adventures TV.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Busby Modular Tackle Storage. Customizable internal bins allow you to personalize your tackle box, featuring a waterproof and airtight gasket which makes it float. Secured with stainless steel hinges and latches, industrial strength materials ensure this box is built to last. Get yours today at busby.com.
Well, if you missed day 1 of the trip, I'll give you a little recap of what happened. It was a great day. We actually got out about 8:30 in the morning, and our first fishing spot, we got stuck. We were running and kind of ran on top of an island, and we started catching some speckled trout in the boat. Then we managed to go to another spot that Captain Justin liked and had fished before, and we got there and did some wade fishing and actually really did pretty well. And Justin said, this is the place that we're going to be fishing today. So we scouted it out yesterday and really caught a ton of fish there and had a lot of fun. Nothing on topwater, all on jigs. And we ended the day by going over to Freemason Island where we caught a couple of big fish there. So went back to the Islander, had a great meal for dinner, got a good night's sleep, woke up and the wind was actually kind of blowing a little bit more than was expected. So we were a little bit concerned, but we were fishing on the backside of these islands, and that's where we fished on the backside, so we were protected from the wind. We got out to the same spot that we wade fished the day before, and when we get out there, for some reason, Justin and Todd go one way and I go the other way, which is the way where we caught the fish the day before. Well, I thought that I was going to be the genius by going over there and starting to fish, and that's not the case. Todd and Justin get on an epic speckled trout bite on topwater while I'm about 200 yards away. It doesn't take me long to get over there, but in the meantime, check out some of this action from Marshman Masson.
Trout? All right, Justin's got a trout. See if he can land this one. Not a giant, but a keeper. Caught on a topwater. I just got to see if I can feel a hit because I can't see my bait. Thought you were on to something. I said I thought you were on to something. I can't get a bite. Oh, there he is. That's a trout. That is a beautiful trout. Boy, did he smash it. Came all the way out the water. Just stay on, big boy. Watch it, Justin, he's coming your way. That's a good fish, dude. Watch it, watch your stringer, please. Dude, this is a nice trout. Come on, big boy. Getting my ego net, my rubber-coated ego net. No, no, no. Come on, dude. No. All right. Captured. It's a good trout, dude.
Is that a trout?
Yeah, it's a trout. Oh, dude, that hook came right out. All right, good way to start the day. I just need something about a pound bigger. Justin's hooked up. Definitely a trout. Good fish. Oh goodness, that's a good fish. Oh goodness. He's swimming at me. I think this is a nice fish. Yeah, it's a good fish. That's a good fish. Oh, one of the hooks just slipped out. Shoot, he's only got the back hook. He's about the same size as the one we just caught. It's about a 4-pounder. Nah, he's a little bit smaller. He's about a 3-pounder. Oh yeah, he's barely hooked. All right, we got him. We got him. Oh, and look at that, the hook came right out. Dude, this is awesome. That's kind of, oh, there it is. There it is. Justin and I are just running across these little pods of fish. You'll get a bite on successive casts, maybe 4 or 5 in a row, and then you gotta kind of move on. There's a keeper. Small keeper, but a keeper nonetheless. I'm not netting you, dude. Oh, there he goes. That's what I get for not netting him. Justin is wearing them out. Let's go pay Justin a visit. Justin likes company, particularly when he's fishing. Keep that in mind if you see him on the water. Oh, got hit right. Huh? You don't have a basket with you? I've got a net. Yeah, I don't want to be anywhere near your fish. Oh, there he is. There he is. Please don't get off. I think you're pretty nice. Are you swimming at me or are you not that nice? Justin, heads up, because he's running right to you. You good. Barely hooked. Oh, goodness. There he is. There he is. Top water, wade fishing action every single cast. Now they're not big fish, but most of them are keepers. And man, any top water action, particularly when you're in the surf, is just so much fun. And that one got away. You don't mind losing the 13 inchers on a day like today.
Well, after hearing all of the hooping and hollering from Justin and Todd, I finally make my way over to the spot, and fortunately, the fish are on fire. This is just an incredible deal, getting out of the boat, wading, and catching all of these speckled trout. The bait I'm using today, I just happened to tie on one of my old favorites, and it's a very popular one, the bone-colored Top Dog Junior. That's the one I used, tied it on to a 20-pound fluorocarbon leader, and I caught every one of my speckled trout on top water on this bait, and we have a blast just standing in this one spot, which is about 100 yards from where we fished yesterday, but the fishing is on fire. There's one. Solid trout. Yes, sir. The surf, so pretty this morning. The water's so beautiful, and the fish, incredible. There's one. That looks like it's just about every cast they're hitting. I just can't get them hooked. I think he may grow a little bit on the way in. I think he is growing a little bit on the way in. Yeah, he's definitely grew up a little bit on the way in. What you want to do with this is you want to give yourself a lot of room. I mean, it's every cast. Justin's got one. Look at the big size of that fish Justin's got. Oh, goodness. Just like that. All right, let's see how easy this is here. As far as we can. And probably get a hit pretty immediately. There, you got it. Yep. Look at this. I mean, 3 at a time. Yes, it is. Look at that. Look, you don't even know where to look. Jim doesn't even know where to put the camera. Oh, every cast. Every single cast. A speckled trout on a Top Dog Junior into your living room. I notice how Todd nets all these fish. I, on the other hand, don't. This is incredible. Throw it out, all the way out there. Oh, that's a good fish here. This is a pretty fish. Coming right in. Sometimes when they get that hook in them a certain way, they can mess you up. A sensible person would have flyers. I'm gonna tell you what, Captain Justin Bowles was sold on this spot yesterday and sold on coming back here this morning, and we were gonna do or die, and he was exactly right in his assumption. Oh, I saw, look at the splash on that one. I think it is. Oh, I think that's he's in the mullet. That's a pretty good fish. Justin's got one right on the side. Oh yeah, that's a good fish. Yeah, all right, I don't want to get caught. I don't want to get caught. Almost caught him. How the Pros Do It is brought to you by Dimco, your touch-tone energy cooperative. Again, the one thing you'll notice when we fish out here, and you can kind of see this in the drone shots, is these areas and these islands, they have grass in the water. We're in about 2.5, 3 feet of water, but you want to look for the bait and you want to look for that grass. And that's where these fish are. Just like yesterday when we waded, today you can see the same exact thing when we're out here. You have the grass, you have the bait, and you're going to find the speckled trout. And that's what you need to look for, and that's exactly what we did today. Remember, we're on the back side of this island today, and that was a good thing because we had a pretty stiff wind to start the morning, and it just set up perfectly for us to catch speckled trout on topwater. Now, there are some things you have to remember when you're wade fishing out here, and as you can see, they have plenty of stingrays and they have sharks. As far as the stingrays, just shuffle your feet. As far as the sharks, just kind of forget that they're there. And don't have anybody flying a drone like Jim did to us and telling us, hey, there's a shark 6 feet away from you. If you don't have that, you're going to be okay. If the sharks do come close to you, they're looking to get your fish. And if they do bump into you, make sure that you have a way to loosen your stringer and untie it in case a shark hits the fish. They're not after you, they're just after your fish. It's very rare that that happens, but it did happen with Todd today as he got bumped by a shark and got scared to death.
Ah! Ah! Oh! God damn it! Shark, dude, just bumped my leg. Giant. Look at the dust cloud. Dude, that scared the out of me. He swam right into my leg. My fish were right behind me. I looked down, he's right on my right side, about a 5-foot shark. He bumped me, that's why I looked down. Good night, dude. I gotta change my drawers. Yeah, I'm carrying this bag of shark bait. Dude, I want these fish nowhere near me.
You know, one of the things you have to do when you're wade fishing is to be completely prepared because you're not in a boat and what you have is what you have. And one of the mistakes that I made today is I had my stringer, I had a net, which I very rarely used. So I had all of that. I had an extra rod with me and I had a couple of extra baits. The one thing I didn't bring with me, which you need when you fish topwater, is a pair of pliers. So when you go wade fishing, make sure before you get out of the boat, you have everything that you need, because you're gonna end up 100, 200 yards away from the boat. You're gonna be in the middle of a big bite, and then you're not gonna have everything. So you wanna be a little bit more prepared than I was today, because had I had a pair of pliers, I would have gotten some of these fish off much faster, and I was taking a chance of getting a hook in my hand over 100 miles away from the nearest hospital. So make sure you have the pliers with you, and make sure you're prepared when you get out that boat.
We finally got it! We finally ate it! Finally! You are a little bit nicer than what I thought. Anyway, actually very nice. Just make sure you grab them. Pliers are a good thing, but I don't have any. Well, I have some, but I just didn't bring them, because that would make sense. Yes! Oh! That's a big trout here. This is either a big trout or a big red. Oh, it's a big trout. Oh, my goodness. Kevin has got a big trout. No, Kevin's got a red. Oh! That's a better one too. Huh? Yeah, it is. Ooh, whoa, that's a big fish. Watch it, Jim. These are two big ones. Look at this. Jim, you're about, oh, look at mine. Holy cow. Holy catfish. Those are two good trout. Ah, I just got slapped in the face. I'm soaking wet, but I got him. That's a pretty fish. Oh, golly, right behind us. That's a good fish too, Paw. These fish are getting bigger as the day progresses. Got him. All right.
The amazing thing about this bite today so far is that once I got over to where Todd and Justin were, I don't think we moved more than 40 or 50 yards. All of these fish were pretty much caught in the same area. We did not have to move a lot, and that's incredible to catch 75 trout that we actually caught, and so many more hookups that we had. Obviously, when you're fishing in the water, fish are going to get off when you're trying to get them off the hook next to you, but I guarantee you, between the three of us, in just a short amount of time, there were well over 200 blow-ups and 75 actual catches. Just an incredible morning of topwater fishing. It doesn't get much better than what you're seeing right now. LOATV is brought to you by Ralph Sellers, Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Gonzales, Louisiana's #1 Ram dealer. Welcome back to Louisiana Outdoor Adventures TV on an epic morning of topwater fishing in the Chandeleur Islands with Captain Justin Bowles and Todd Masson. And you may ask yourself, how long does this last? And usually the fishing out here starts to get good in March. In March, the water's going to be a little bit cooler. You're going to have to wear waders. And then probably going up until the latter part of August, you're going to catch speckled trout, and then you'll still catch fish waiting, and they'll still be here, but it starts to calm down a little bit with the trout action. So March through July, I would tell you, is the best time to come out here and get on these speckled trout wade fishing like we're doing. And then when you move into the wintertime, there's still some trout out here, but then it is an epic redfish bite. The bull reds are out here in droves, keeper reds as well. So this is truly a year-long fishing spot, and the Chandeleur Islander is going to stay in the same place all year long this year. So you're going to be able to come out and enjoy this anytime, 365 days a year. Well, that's going to wrap it up for today's edition of Louisiana Outdoor Adventures TV, and what an epic trip we've had out here for 2 days at the Chandeleur Islands. Call my friends Ron and Aaron Hellier at the Chandeleur Islander. It's a great place to stay. You can get out there either by their boat, your boat, or you can fly the seaplane out there. So there's several ways to get to the Islander. Once you get there, if you don't have a boat, they have the small boats that you can fish out of. So it's just a super place. As we said, they've got Wi-Fi out there, cook your meals for you. You can fish at night. The beds are comfortable, the AC's cold, and you're going to see the best sunrises and sunsets you will ever see. I want to thank everybody involved, including the Helliers. Ron and Aaron, thank you so much for your hospitality. Marshman Todd Masson, check out him on YouTube at Marshman Masson, and Captain Justin Bowles for putting us on the fish with JB Charters. Thank you so much. For producer Jim Caesar, I'm Kevin Ford. Thanks for supporting Louisiana Outdoor Adventures TV. God bless, and we'll see you next week. So long, everyone.